Tanan! Grenadina! Tanan! Grenadina! 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 Tanan! Grenadina! Grenadina! Tanan! Grenadina! Tanan! Grenadina! Tanan! Grenadina! Grenadina! Tanan! Grenadina! Grenadina! Tanan! Grenadina! Tanan! Grenadina! Tanan! Grenadina! Grenadina! Tanan! Grenadina! Tanan! Grenadina! Tanan! Grenadina! Tanan! Grenadina! Tanan! Grenadina! Tanan! Grenadina! Grenadina! Tanan! Grenadina! Tanan! Grenadina! Grenadina! Tanan! 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 Grenadina! Grenadina! Tanan! Grenadina! Tanan! Grenadina! you done? Look what you done. No. We not doing it. No. Look what you done. No. Look what you done. No. We not doing it. Look what you done. No. We not doing it.
It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll see DJ Moore. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Bears and the Jets. All that and more coming up next.
With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. Today, it's week 4. Two teams each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is Team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall, taken down at the 42. The Jets at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot. Find a way to win some games and keep moving forward.
You look at this Bears defense. They enter play here number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Back to the ground with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw, it's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. He'll get this to about the 38. You talk about this Jets defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 6. Fields. Fighting his way through contact. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Hall ought to give up the middle. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. After 1-7. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down. It'll wind up being a gain of 5 there on 4th and 2.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Straight ahead is Hall. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Second and 10.
Inside.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up. Does the big boy have the juice? Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a... Down. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves.
They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Rodgers going to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's a give to Hall, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. On second down, here's Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now it's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
He's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd and goal.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Fields. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock. Minute to play in half number 1.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. On 3rd down, Johnson. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throw left side, complete. That's Watkins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st down, Rodgers. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. That's caught at the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Fields. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And this will be a Bears first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Fields. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Johnson with a completion over the middle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
All the way down at the 3. 53 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Herbert will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. On the return is Xavier Gibson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Open man, it's Palmer.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for him. When you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, take 26.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
That's again complete to Palmer.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Now Fields going to keep it running left. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And this is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Quez Watkins, his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Big play coming now for the Jets as they'll set up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Chicago. They'll score that a 36-yard punt,
and the Jets will take over.
So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down 21-16, just over a minute 40 to play. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rodgers.
Finding space at the 40.
And finally down at the 41-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Rodgers to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and...
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
2nd down and 6 now. Herbert powering up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Try to take this home. They'll run.
And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Another go-around now for the Jets offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10.
He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they need a touchdown, and here they're saying, we're not going to get it 10 yards at a time. They felt they needed to take a shot there to at least get them across the 50, but that one falls incomplete.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got him in. Complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
CD, that was was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. So the focus now shifts to the Bears, trailing by 3 after the touchdown and 2-point conversion. 24 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down.
Fields throw complete there to Moore. And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
It's a gain of 17 yards. Here we go, Scott.
Here's Fields. Able to find Kmet. At 5 yards, not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Back to throw. Fields. That is caught by Herbert.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
One last throw here for Fields. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on. What a thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least, I guess, if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So for the Jets, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home.
Look again. Win it.
It's week 5 of the NFL, and this one features Trevor Lawrence. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Jags and the Jets coming up next.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. 12 carries, 68 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Lawrence. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
You talk about this Jets defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
Here we go.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
This defense for the Jets, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Motion man left is Kirk. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Etienne on the toss right.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
11, Agate.
Now Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with Etienne.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Travis Etienne, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's 1st score here this afternoon.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass. Currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
The 2nd down attempt there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing now is Rodgers. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. A handoff for Hall.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. And I think he got a yard to the 41. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Rodgers wants to change the look.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on 3rd down. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
31 yards on the punt there. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
And he will have the Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Had an open man that time. We ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Absolute bullet. Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Here's 3rd and 6. From midfield now, Lawrence dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. A shotgun snap, and again to ETN. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
That's completed right side to Palmer.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Rodgers. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Jaguars are going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Red on red.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Here's 3rd and 3. Lawrence will throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
Looking downfield for Jones. The ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we hit the...
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Well, that's the kind of play that was lacking all the way through the first half. Maybe this can give them a little bit of a spark, because they're not out of this game by any stretch.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying under double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they'll lead the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked up by Folisade and Orchid. And the Jaguars are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time going through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
23 yards in the play.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And the Jaguars are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 3's all around. Etienne going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Trevor Lawrence
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Jags have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Got his man complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they take over. They'll set up shop. 26-yard line. And maybe that one caused...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
The previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 2nd and short now following the fumble.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of grades will be handed out thus far.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They'll go for him. It's Rodgers. And he is caught. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Rodgers with a pass caught by Conklin.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
They'll look to run with Hall.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Jets are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence again. Man open. Here is Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are looking to make it as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. That's a pretty that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now 21-7.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back north. Back north.
Throwing is Rodgers.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's third down.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hey, 626.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 47-yard line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. This is taken around the 12. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. And the Jets set to take the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
This is 1st and 10.
Now Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Jacksonville, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.